everybody, it's your buddy and pal, Karnak, Serenity Wargaming and Explanations. Before I get into today's video, just a quick update. If you didn't know, today is the launch day for the Adepticon registration for badges to participate in Star Wars Armada. So if you are wanting to do the last chance qualifier, today is the day you can get your badge and you can register so you can sign up, get your badge, get into the last chance qualifier, or sign up for any of the other Star Wars Armada events. Or if you don't do Star Wars Armada, Legion, X-Wing, MCP, or if you just go to Adepticon for other stuff, today is the day it's launching. So it's going to launch at 1 p.m. Central, which is going to be coming up here pretty soon. All right, let's get in the video. We're looking at Nova Defiant today. So Nova Defiant is a title card for the Recusant. And how do you know that? Well, the art should give it away, but also, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the card, you'll see the Recusant icon there. Opposite corner, you'll see that they are for the Separatist faction, and it is 4 points. Nova Defiant, if you look in front of its name, you'll see a little dot or bullet point. Signifies that it is unique. You can only ever have one Nova Defiant in your fleet. So Nova Defiant has multiple little sections here, and it is overall it's really not a difficult card, but it gets a little confusing with some of the wording it's going to be using. So like I always do, I'm just going to read through the whole thing. I'm just going to give the quick synopsis of this is how it works, and then I'll dive into and break down each sections and cover any clarifications and such of that. Okay, let's get into it. So Nova Defiant, when you, and a U is the ship, are deployed, you must choose one of each type of command token for this card. So that's, again, there's multiple sections, so treat these as each as their own separate effects. But again, yeah, get back into it. So again, when you're deployed, you must choose one of each type of command token for this card. Next section, your command value is increased to 4. Next section, you can be assigned more than one of each type of command token. Next section, when you reveal a command, you may discard all of the all of the tokens from this card to gain them. Okay, so in a nutshell, what is this upgrade card doing for your Recusant? The first part is that when you do deploy the ship, you get a command token for each command, which there's 4. That's why it says that. In order to be able to accommodate holding all those command tokens, this upgrade is increasing the value from a Recusant from command 3 to a command 4. It is also saying that you can, as a benefit, be assigned more than one type of each command token. So, for example, if you've got the space available for it, you could be assigned 2 repair tokens, for example, instead of just only 1 repair token as per usual. And then for this last bit here is that when you reveal a command, all the 4 tokens that you have on this card, the ship, this Nova Defiant title card, if you can discard all the tokens off the card to gain them on Nova Defiant. So in a nutshell, that's how that all works. But again, a lot of people are confused by like, why does it say all these different things? What does this all mean? So the first thing I want to start with is the command value and the token assigning. Somebody, or I shouldn't say somebody, quite a few players were confused when this card was first released because they thought, oh, I can assign however command titles that I want, just like Executor. And no, that is absolutely not the case. This is not like the Executor title at all, because the Executor title for the Super Star Destroyer does allow you to assign essentially unlimited command tokens to the SSD. This is not, when it says you can be assigned more than one type of each command token, it does not state that you can have an unlimited amount on there, like if we look at the Executor title. Let me bring that up. I'll show you what that says. Should have had it ready already, but yeah, you know how it goes. Because Executor, as it says here, you can be assigned any number, instead of the number equal to your command value. Nova Defiant does not state that. It's not explicit. So no, you can only ever have 4 command tokens, period. Those command tokens can be of any variety that you want, but you can only ever have 4, and that's backed up with clarification. Somebody was asking if you can hold more tokens than the command value allows for. And again, as the answer states here, Nova Defiant is still restricted to only holding 4 command tokens per its command value. It's not letting you have unlimited command tokens. Okay. So the tokens on the card, some people again get confused by this little 4 in the box. They think that you're putting down 4 tokens for each of repair, navigate, squadron, concentrate, fire. No, the number is 4 tokens total. And again, it's 1 of each on the card. It's not 4 of each on the card, because then that wouldn't work when you go to discard the command, or when you reveal the command to discard all the tokens. You wouldn't be able to get all those tokens on your ship. It just would be impossible. So again, when you reveal a command, it means the ship's command. You have to be able to reveal a command dial to then be able to utilize the ability of getting all the tokens off the card onto your ship. And again, you can't be assigned more than 4 tokens, but those tokens can be of any variety of tokens that you want. Like I said, you can have like 3 repair and 1 navigate, or any mixture there. Okay, so I know I kind of like rehash a lot of these points, but again, you kind of do have to state that over and over again just to make sure that your people are understanding the breakdown and the differences. And again, each of these little paragraphs that are separate like this, I know it looks like it's all one wording just because there's so much text, they can only fit so much of the box. These are all considered like they're each own separate deal that you follow. All right, let's get into actually talking about Nova Defiant itself. What's the use for this upgrade card? Why do you bring it? So, or rather, why should you bring it over Patriot Fist? I guess the same issue with Nova Defiant as the other title Gilded Argus has is that Patriot Fist is just better. Patriot Fist is, again, what's the cost on Patriot Fist? 6 points, and you're able to add 2 blue die if you're only attacking 1 target in that round. It's just so good. I would say that there's definitely way more use case for Nova Defiant over Gilded Argus. Gilded Argus is in that weird spot where it really is only useful with General Grievous. Nova Defiant, I would say, is useful still by itself, but it pairs best with like Admiral Trench, or maybe Dooku. I don't know. It's best with Trench because of being able to hold all those tokens and utilizing Trench's effect with Nova Defiant. Or if you're using things like the T-Series tactical droid, where it needs tokens to fuel its capabilities. One thing I like using with Nova Defiant actually is with Trench and throwing Pascal Arget on there, just because I like being able to have all the ability to hold a bunch of tokens and reveal dials and things of that nature. Another good officer to have on Nova Defiant is Rune. So there's some use cases, or Wat Tambor, but ultimately it's just with such a huge variety of tokens. And again, increasing your command value to 4, it's like most players typically, they get all the tokens, but you really don't need all those tokens. Depending on the fleet that you're trying to build for, it's in the command value of 4 really isn't as big of a detriment as that may sound like. It's pretty obvious that you're going to be really committed to whatever commands that you're setting on that ship, because it's going to be very difficult to be able to bump up the command stack value unless you're throwing like a skilled first officer on there, maybe. But pretty much like Nova Defiant, if I'm bringing that ship, I just set navigation commands across the board on it. I don't bother trying to get cute with it or get funny or anything like that, because like I said, what I like to do is if I'm needing it to do like a squadron command or concentrate fire command, or I'll set like all of the command I want, like squadron commands or something, like starting round 2 or round 3 or whenever you think you're going to have your engagement. And again, bring the T-Series tactical droid, because the only thing the T-Series tactical droid can't do is the concentrate fire command. So I like bringing the T-Series just because I have all these tokens. So like when I need to do my navigation, then I can T-Series that to do a dial. So, there's a few uses for it, but ultimately, again, it's just overshadowed by Patriot Fist. So, well, that's Nova Defiant. It doesn't have anything else crazy going on, nothing else going on there that I feel like I should touch on. I have used this card a few times, but ultimately I'm just disappointed by the fact that, it's just overshadowed by Patriot Fist, because if I don't win a game, it's not because, I had an extra token I could use. Usually, sometimes it's just because I just need more dice in my dice pool, which is kind of like a problem Armada has kind of dug itself into, is that, you need these huge dice pools, it seems like, to be able to get anywhere anymore in the game. And that's really, I feel like, starting to be detrimental to the health of the game. But anyway, that's Nova Defiant. Let me know what you are using the card for, what kind of fleets that you have utilized with it. And yeah, well, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time. Quick shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Firstly, to Otherworld Events. Regardless if you're needing assistance for event managing, planning, organizing, how to even start, or just need specific ideas for what it is you're doing that you already have a plan for, Otherworld Events can help you out. Second, to Admiral Tater Ship Shop. Admiral Tater Ship Shop, while specializing in Star Wars Armada miniature items, also has X-Wing and Legion items. If you're looking to really get some great looking acrylics on the table, whether it be holders for your upgrade cards or tokens or acrylic tokens, and most importantly, you just want a perfect range ruler with no flaws or errors in it that's going to give you exact measurements every time, highly recommend Admiral Tater. It's the range rulers I use at tournaments. I know they're cut perfectly, they're going to range perfectly, and I'm going to get that best measurement every single time. Also, just look at everything they have available.